and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Vicky. And good morning or good afternoon and evening based on when you're watching this, where you're watching this, who you're watching this with. So, welcome again. My name is Jamie with MyTarot.org. And this is our chance to take a breath. It's our morning reflection. It's our daily inventory where we just kind of check in with the universe. And so there's my light switch. For me, like I always say, it's the sound of the cards. I've trained myself. Yes, I can learn good habits. So that when I hear the cards, for whatever phrase, I just started saying to myself that I listen to them like they're the sounds of the ocean. And that reminds me to breathe. So I always encourage people to find their own light switch. Whether it's lighting a candle or ringing a bell or listening to the cards, it just means that we can train ourselves that it's time to take that breath. And for me, get my feet flat on the floor, butt comfortable in the seat, shoulders relaxed and neck relaxed. Kind of shift gears and open myself up to whatever the cards might be saying today. Taking that inventory, seeing how I feel, seeing how we feel. Because how we feel is going to determine how we react. And if we don't know about any angers or resentments, then all we're doing is we're just waiting for somebody to trigger us. So it's kind of why I do this in the morning, just to get an idea. Boy, I must have said that like 600 times. I need to come up with a new spiel. But it's true. Because I love reading for people. And I tell you what, it's that barometer. It's like I could put a gauge. I should make people wear a jacket, and it's got a little arrow on it. And I can gauge how they're feeling just by where that arrow goes. So, what does the universe have for us today? I'm going to make our 3 stacks, each one a different thread going out to the universe. And yeah, I also, so as Vicky's saying, she does it every day. It's just one of those things. I talk and I say these things as a mantra to myself, and maybe other people will hear it. But it's also my reminder. It's so ingrained in me now that it's habit, and these habits are the things that we need to remind us during the most difficult periods. It's easy to do stuff like this when things are going good. But if we don't develop good habits, then we're not going to think about it when we get stressed. But here's our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe, each one a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one conversation, this conversation will be different, this one will go in a totally different direction. And today, let's take a look at what's at the center. Let's take a look at what's at the heart. And I'm going to do our 3-in-1. And I'm going to be teaching this weekend at Soul Aura, and that's I always find that exciting. I am so looking forward to that. Looks like there might be about 40 people there, I think. And so I'm going to really enjoy the class. So, with this, I'm going to flip each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. So, the Empress. So look at this. She is the heart of the kingdom. She is the one that takes care of things. She's the one that makes sure that the kingdom is fed. She's the one that makes sure that everybody is well taken care of. You know, the thing is that you don't want to cross her, though, because she is also a protector. So unlike the Emperor, she has empathy. She has emotions. She is the element of water. And so who could be the Empress in our lives? That could be us. Again, because cards are gender neutral, so it could be me, it could be you. As we take a look at our kingdom, take a look at our lives, and make sure that things, you know, it's not about the money. It's not about anything like that. It's about the heart. And she is looking at Temperance. Her eyes are kind of like that when Temperance is looking at her. Another water card. So this is kind of important today because minor cards, the ones that are numbered, those are just day-to-day cards, as I always say, welcome to Thursday. But when we have the majors, these are the destiny cards. And so here we have the Queen who's looking at Temperance, who is looking at the Queen. Temperance is finding the balance. In the 1500s, when you saw this statue, what would it remind us of? It would remind how you would temper the water, or the wine, the water with the wine, because that'll help to purify it, and the wine with the water so that you're not overindulging. So this is about not doing too much or too little. This is about finding that balance. And then we have Justice. Talk about finding a balance. So justice is about being clear-sighted. Justice is about seeing things for the way they are. It's about, you know, I understand about having feelings, and this is how I feel, and this is what I want, how I wish things would go, and things like that. But this is a card of reality. And so this is like finding a balance. This is like, you know, we need to always have a balance. It says, this is the mother. This is an earth mother here. This is about taking care of something. This is about going above and beyond. You know, sometimes we will go overboard because we care about somebody. This is almost like, and I'll give an example of like a tough love spread. So tough love, what is that? Yes, I love you, but I will still kick you out of my house if you don't do A, B, and C because you need to learn. You know, some people will just accept and will protect and will, you know, make sure and all this stuff like that. But sometimes in a household like I grew up in, you know, well, I'm not going to go into detail about that, but unfortunately I had a brother who was loved to death because he had an addiction, and his house was always paid for. You know, the Earth Mother, you know, the Empress would protect if he got arrested. The best lawyers were found. It's like, you know what? He would probably still be alive if he spent 10 years in jail. You know? And that's where sometimes finding that balance of empathy and reality. So sometimes we learn that balance through adversity. We learn that it's like, you know what? We're going to have to let them fall down a couple times. You know, if you're raising a child, it's like, ah, but it's like, you know what? They're going to have to scrape their knees. But in a bigger picture, it's also about finding a balance between the two. But let's take a look at the advice card, which is the Nine of Cups. So cups are spirituality, emotions, and feelings. Okay? Nines are about fulfillment. This is also traditionally known as the wish card. So, and Blissful saying I get temperance and the star mixed up. So temperance is about finding a balance. If we look at history for the star, what did we use the star for? We use the star for guidance, which temperance is about internal and finding a balance. A star is about finding guidance. A star is about hope. It's the things that are outside of us. Temperance is the things that are inside of us. And finding that balance. And with the Nine of Cups, all this is all about the water. So let's say this is like the traditional wish card or fulfillment, either or. The thing is here is that we always need to find that balance. And particularly today, because my empathy is going out. I read Facebook. I read all these things. It's like it stirs my emotions. It makes my empress inside me want to take care, to let emotions rule over me. To make sure that I have friends who are of all races and all genders, and it makes me want to get angry and pull the forces together and be the mother to the world, and it just gets all my emotions going. But here we have the Justice card that's reminding us, all right, maybe all this media and all this crap that's being thrown at me is meant to make me make questions, to make me make decisions over emotions. This is intellect over emotion, and not just what we wish for. So the advice today is making a decision to use intellect over emotion. You know, and we always take our emotions into consideration. But if this is the wish card, it's advice, you know, sometimes we can wish for the best and hope for the best. Talk about the star. But, you know, it's about seeing clear. It's about using our intellect and using our head and seeing things clearly over emotion. Again, it's just as important, but it is intellect over emotion. And to keep that in mind, because emotions are just ruling. This card is about emotions and feelings, and again, traditionally a wish card. Intellect is not about wishing. Intellect is about analyzing and balancing and weighing things. Same way she's got these two cups here, she's got the scales here. So today, as we go out into the world and things want to stir us into action, it's intellect over emotion. It's about the Empress. It's okay for the Empress to consult justice because we're trying to find temperance. And trust me, in my household, you know, we know people in California who we're getting reports from with the fire. And in my household, because we know so many people who are transgendered or not social norms, that we do get emotional. But there is there is a way to be helpful and intellectual and thinking it through logically and facing reality and then doing something from there. So see how you can apply this to your lives personally, because that's what the tarot is about. And with that today, thank you very, very, very much. And I will be back here again tomorrow. How exciting is that? So take care. Thanks again. And I will see you tomorrow.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance.